What's happening, YouTube? So, the video gonna be about Hank Aaron made history with his home run number 715 when he passed Babe Ruth, and it was crazy when he hit that home run in Atlantic Fulton County Stadium. That ballpark used to be like made of barbed wire. Oh, I remember the old ballpark there. Them fences looked like something like in a backyard. That was a different era. You couldn't even imagine seeing ballparks like that or Candlestick Ballpark. Ballparks looked like they were just basic ballparks, like they were um, kind of like minor league parks, but with enough stretch and yard to get the ball over. But it was so teeny. But he hit a huge home run. I mean, it was amazing. Um, at that time, he had passed Babe Ruth, and he was the home run king before Barry Bonds came in and eclipsed him. But I'll tell you something about that. When he did that, there was no grand fanfare. Bowie Kuhn, who was the then ML baseball commissioner, was not in the wholesome, cuddly wuddly feel of him. He wasn't. And a lot of people don't like to understand how racist and distant baseball is and still is. Because you have fewer black players are playing now and at that time, but there was a way more back then. But Hank Aaron never got his full due because the myth, the mythology of Babe Ruth and how it's racially divisive and divided, and that whole totality is hard for them to accept a black baseball player as the king of something and the dominant figure. So he never got his due. And then when Barry Bonds comes along, because they got their kind of, because the real knock against Barry Bonds isn't about any alleged with any juices or anything like that. It's because he was standoff with the media and he didn't care and he didn't give them the time of day. And smug and arrogant and pompous only works with what they wanted to work with, not when you're a player. So they really were more resentful for that. But Hank Aaron always kept it classy. He always kept a balance about himself. But he had a lot of stories to say, and I had his book, and I remember reading his book and his story, and he never got his just due because they would never let him forget what they felt about Babe Ruth. He paid a big price for that. hmm And just to show you the two Americas and how it is in baseball and the reality, you know. Hammer Hank Aaron was one of the greatest players ever, all around player, top tier. But he didn't have the cachet that they wanted to push it. So he didn't quite get the due. Now I remember when that baseball fan ran on the field when he hit the home run, and people were like were kind of antsy, but they weren't because there really wasn't a lot how you could deal with this, how